Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis Autosports, and here we have an absolutely gorgeous 1996 Jeep Cherokee XJ. This is a true one-owner, Carfax certified guaranteed Jeep with a flawless history, clean and clear title, just clicked 70,000 miles. Very, very low mileage for this generation XJ. To find them in one owner. And what makes this Cherokee very special, it is a 5-speed manual transmission and it is a loaded up edition. Does not have crank windows, so full power pack paired with the 5-speed 4-wheel drive. Very, very nice find right here. This Jeep, of course, like all of our Jeeps, came to us 100% bone stock, all original. This was a very long build. Doesn't have, all the gears and lockers and some of the other items that some of our longer 4, 5, 6 month builds have, but there was a lot of additional work that went into this Jeep to get it in its absolutely beautiful, pristine condition that doesn't necessarily meet the eye, and we'll get into some of that stuff here shortly. Our goal was just to make it a beautiful stage 2, timeless, classic Jeep, not overdone, something that can be, daily driven or driven, across country if need be. First thing that we're going to look at is our full Kevlar package. Custom front bumper has been Kevlar, front grille, light bezels, fender flares, rocker panels, and we'll go ahead and scan the whole XJ. And that process within itself, very, very tedious. All those components, the flares come off, the grills come off, the headlight bezels come off. They all get sanded down, prepped down, and sprayed with the 2-part Kevlar. Rockers get sanded down, masked off, so it's a lot of time just to do the Kevlar package within itself. The red and black looks great together. The overall body of this XJ, we wanted to get as nice as can be without completely repainting everything. So any panels that needed to get repainted, we repainted. If a panel could come back beautiful with a paint correction service, we did that as well. So between the Kevlar and the body work and the paint correction, we probably have about 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, look at the roof on that. You won't find the XJ roof that has paint that looks like that. So once again, it's a mixture of repainting some panels, did a little bit of body work on some panels to get out small dents and dings, and by no means is it a complete exterior makeover. That takes, months to do, but a lot of time went into it to make it nice. Tailgate that we're looking at now, that was completely repainted. It had a little bit of thinning clear coat. So we did as much as we could without going completely overboard on it. So a lot of new paint, new Kevlar, gives the exterior a really beautiful look. Up front, truck light LED headlights. Those are, of course, the authentic headlights. That is a 20-inch Rough Country black LED series light bar. We use Rough Country because they give us a 5-year warranty, which we give to you. A couple little paint chips here and there. You're wondering, well, if you painted things, how come you didn't do that? Once again, we didn't want to repaint necessarily one panel because it had a paint chip or two. That's a lot of work that goes into that. So overall, as you see, the body and the paint, beautiful. There's no damage anywhere on the entire XJ. Close up, we are shooting this in 4K, so if you have the ability to watch it, please do so. You're not going to find another 96 XJ on the market this clean, this nice. The roof is absolutely perfect. All of the seals around the windows are very, very clean. As you see, all the panels match up perfectly. All the panels on this XJ are original Mopar panels. None of them have been replaced. Just a very classic looking XJ right here. Thoroughly gone through, thoroughly serviced. Every part that you can imagine is pretty much new. We repainted the entire tailgate. Looks beautiful. After we paint it, of course, we paint correct it, flattened out the clear coat, compound, wet sand, buff it, seal it. And as you notice, you don't see any differences between any panels that were painted and panels that weren't painted. So perfect blends, perfect paint match. looking at some of the suspension, everything that you're looking at underneath, ball joints, tie rod bars, drag link bar, sway bar end link, steering stabilizer, tie rod bar, tie rod ends, all brand new. Everything underneath this Jeep, from dust shields that you're looking at behind the brakes, uh, everything, upper control arms, lower control arms. We have 138 pieces of grade 8 hardware underneath this Jeep as well. So every nut and bolt and washer underneath this Jeep is all grade 8 or grade 10 hardware. It's never going to rust, never going to give you any issues if you have to service anything. New upper control arms as well. Everything's been serviced. We're looking at the rear main seal where that would be dripping, the oil pan where that would be dripping. All those seals are brand new, of course. Rear main seal, valve cover gasket, oil pan gasket, pinion seals, transmission got dropped down, completely sandblasted, painted. We take a lot of time. There's a new ball joint there. Just a lot of time making sure everything's new, but also very presentable. New high flow catalytic converter, new muffler over the axle pipe. Everything in the back is brand new as well. Core shocks, full leaf springs, sway bar bushings, all lines and hardware for the brakes are new. Even the hard lines going over the axle, those are new. New U-bolts, parking brake. I mean, anything and everything that needed to get done underneath this Jeep, and more so has been done. As you see, the hard lines on the axles, those are all new as well. So this is the stuff that you guys will never have to worry about doing, because a lot of this stuff is meant to last a lifetime of a vehicle, being that it's all new. You're getting as close to a new XJ without a full-blown restoration. Nice custom tip that we do. We tuck it in nice and tight to the bumper so it doesn't stick out. Of course, all of our axles and anything that is factory, we sandblast, we refinish with a performance-based black paint, which gives it a nice finish. All the fittings for the brakes, the brake lines, those are all brand new. Go ahead and get into the interior of this XJ, which will see this video shot here, which is all brand new carpet. And then we're going to go through some of the pictures of the interior that we did. Very, very tedious interior job on this. All new floor pans throughout the entire XJ. Higher gauge metal. You'll see these pictures are the beginning stages of doing the pans, and then you'll see that all the welds have been grinded down, seam sealed has been applied, and then a coating to protect it in the future. So all the pans are done correctly, done the right way, all brand new top of the line carpet with an extra padding underneath of it and insulation. So between the floor pans, the new carpet, the new padding, this XJ is just going to literally last for another 20-30 years if need be, if serviced and taken care of. So all the important stuff of the interior has been done. Carpet looks great, looks beautiful. We did leave the factory skins. A lot of people like the 96 sort of seat fabric that's used on here, so we can maintain this seat covers. And as you see, new speakers up there. The headliner's brand new. The headliner to the overhead center console's new. The sun visors are new, and the headliner material around the speaker box on the back roof is also new. So probably got about 5 or 6 days just in the headliner with the visors and the overhead center console. What I was touching on the seats is we would be more than happy to add our leather seat package as well. If you guys have any questions, 855-955-3377. Super gorgeous XJ right here. BFG KO2 tires. More shots of the sway bar system, drop down brackets, sway bar end links, new bushings. Gonna pop the hood here. Engine wise, like I touched on, fully serviced, rear main seal, valve cover gasket, oil pan gasket. That service alone at a dealership, depending on where you go, would run you $1,100 all the way up to, I've seen as high as $1,700. AC system has been previous replaced, blows ice cold, no issues whatsoever. Everything's up to date on the ignition system, spark plugs, wires, all that good stuff. Jeep does have ABS brakes, which is very, very nice to have. Just a very clean engine bay. We just wanted to keep it, nothing aftermarket as far as upgrades or anything. But if you guys are looking to upgrade anything, we'll be more than happy to do so. But with the 70,000 mile XJ fully serviced stage 2, no need in our opinion to do so. So just a very classic XJ right here, fully serviced, everything done correctly. If you guys have any questions, 855-955-3377. Thank you.